Okay, so now that it's getting nicer outside, our clinic is going to be crazy busy because you guys are going to be landscaping all weekend. And sometimes the body's not ready for that. So let me show you a couple quick things that you can do to get your garden pretty and keep your body healthy. So when we're thinking about gardeners, a lot of times when they're coming into the clinic, they complain about similar things. So mid-back pain soreness, low back pain soreness, and like hip pinching or irritation in the hips. So what you always want to do is mobility first, where you're stretching and then strengthening. So I want to show you both, so this will be a little bit longer of a video. But for mobility for the spine, if you start on all fours like this, I really like this one where you're taking a deep breath in, and as you exhale, you're lifting up and then coming back down. And then you would complete this on the other side. So mine is horrible. I should be working on this. But that is a great exercise to do for mid-back. While you're also down there for low back, you can come, this is called cat-cow, but I'm tucking my tailbone underneath me as hard as I can and letting my head drop and rest. As I go the other way, this is the most common mistake in this exercise, but my head's going up toward the ceiling and my butt is almost like if I have a tail here and I'm pulling that up towards the ceiling. The most common mistake though is in between your shoulder blades. That part of your spine should actually be able to come into extension as well, meaning that my chest should be able to drop towards the floor. And you have to practice it because our bodies now with phones and tablets and computers love to be in this flex position. So it feels like almost foreign to me to let my chest, but act as if you have an anchor right on your sternum pulling you towards the floor. So these are great things just for spinal, and you'll just take 10 breaths going through those multiple different times. But once that is done, then you want to start strengthening stuff. So the couple areas that we really want to strengthen are the mid-back. So lighter weights on this one probably, but bent over reverse flies are really good for strengthening the low back. So up and down at the same speed. Don't let the weights drop down. The other thing is hamstring strengthening. So the stronger your hamstrings are, the less pressure on your low back during gardening season. So I would start with both legs. These are called Romanian deadlifts, but you're just coming down, hinging at your hips, your butt goes back, you're bending slightly in the knees. You should feel the strain through your hamstrings. If you're feeling it in your low back, don't go down as far. Make sure you're pushing your butt back, bending your knees, just checking your form on that one. So this would be a little bit heavier weight, like the weight that I had, like probably 15 to 30 pounds on those guys. And you don't have to do a ton of them because it's not an endurance muscle, but maybe 12 reps of that. The other thing for gardening too is I would go feet shoulder width apart, and for your low back, this is a great one. It looks ridiculous because I'm trying to keep like my spine and everything straight and in one line as far as the top half. So I'm not moving my chest, but I'm pushing my hips like I'm like hip checking a buddy side to side. So I'm pushing and pushing. We're just getting the pelvis to start to move in different areas.